Welcome back. It's another episode of the 618 Podcast. I'm your host, Tattoo Tom. Today's guests, we have Trey Flores and Blake Notmeyer.
What up, man? How y'all doing?
Nessie Sessions in this bitch.
Nessie Sessions, that's right. Awesome. So let's just start off today. I guess we'll just start off with telling us a little bit about yourself. We'll start with you. Start with him. All right, yeah. And then fucking just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from.
Man, I did some time in prison. I did about 5 years in prison. I've been home now for about 3 years, and my main focus is just catching up all the time that I missed out on for real. You know, came home, stood on business. I got 2 little daughters that I got to take care of. You know, I mess around with the music, but I really slowed that down though recently, and now we got this podcast going. It's really popping now, so that's my main focus right now, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, putting on for the 618, you know.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You see in the music, I see that you're a rapper.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So how long you been doing that?
I've been doing that since I was about 15, 14. I used to have my own little studio. Bro used to come to my shit all the time, but you know, now he's a producer now. Let me go ahead and scoot it up a little bit.
Yeah. How many albums you got? You got...
So I don't know albums. It's made by all singles.
Okay.
All singles.
Cool, yeah. So you've been doing that shit for a while. I'm a musician myself too. I've been playing metal for a while.
I know that's it. Yeah, I said on Wallace Hill.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. What about you, man? So, where the fuck you come from? Like, who were you, bro?
Oh shit. Fuck it, man. I was trying to get this stuff to go. You mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. I'm from Florida originally, West Palm Beach and shit.
Cool.
Came up here young age and stuff. Like, been all around, honestly. Like, from St. Louis, Chicago to Centralia, all around here and stuff. But I really didn't know what I was doing in life yet for a minute. So, you know, trouble kid, just always out running the streets, in and out, getting into trouble, locked up a lot. From 13 to 21, I was never out of incarceration for a whole year. My longest bid was 3.5. But I was around here and shit like that. But I was always took an ear to music and stuff like that. So I was doing a lot of freestyling and stuff because I didn't know the people to produce and shit like that. Then I finally downloaded a little thing called Audacity and shit and was just doing like little mixtapes and stuff.
I remember
like
that shit
that.
too. Audacity. That's just straight ass.
Yeah,
I remember that since everybody started.
I was using this little computer mic, man, that you talk in the chat with people and shit. Like, I remember I made an album off that shit. It was like 13 songs. It's all freestyling. And I went to a skating ring and I sold over like 50 fucking CDs, man.
Damn, no shit. Boy, that's a good feeling there.
Yeah, for $15 a piece.
Fucking A.
So
That is a good feeling.
So I was 13. That was like literally like maybe the only album I ever really dropped. Because then I just like back in and out and stuff like that. Then I got out. I started getting my hair right. I had a kid and stuff like that. Got locked down.
Settle you down. That's
got locked down with a woman and shit. And kicking in with Blake and stuff, man. He was freestyling and getting into music and producing a lot of shit like that then. So me and him linked up, and it's just been fucking BGMF ever since then. Well, BGM first. That's what first thing was BGMN.
You know, whenever that paperwork coming, you got to make it official. You know, you got to switch it up, get that LLC up on up.
So I've been fucking with him, then due to some unfortunate shit, he got locked up and shit like that. But I still freestyled and everything. I finally got into a studio for once, and then I started dropping songs every other weekend and shit like that. Then something happened with my producer. I don't really know pretty much, so I don't want to speak on it. But it pushed me to start getting into producing because I didn't know nobody else to go to record and shit like that. So I bought everything to produce with and shit like that. And I just started.
You gotta do sometimes.
I just started watching videos and shit. And he was telling me about his little brother and shit.
Shout out King D,
man. Fucking telling him how he's just acting stupid in the streets and shit like that. So I just like grabbed him up, put him under my wing and shit like that while I was starting to learn how to produce. So I found my voice while learning how to produce, and I found his voice. So it pretty much, I wouldn't say like I'm a pro producer, but I'm a decent producer. I've been producing quite a bit of people around here and shit like that. I'm not gonna make my head big or anything like that because the main focus was myself to produce and shit like that.
That's what you're good at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after that, got into music and shit. He was pushing me and shit. I recorded a song for him while he's locked up and shit like that too. Like shit was pretty cool and shit like that. So there was my music scene right there. Like I made place for me in the music scene. Then he came home and shit. We was doing the music shit for a while and shit. And then like one day he hit me up for the podcast, Messy Sessions and shit. So had a whole bunch of ideas. There was.
Yeah, we definitely want to get into some messy sessions for sure. But I want to. So when it comes to like, so there ain't nothing better than fucking playing shows with your shit going. You know what I'm saying?
I love shows.
Man, I tell you, because I'm a musician myself, and I know that's like literally like I didn't give a fuck if there was a single person in that crowd. I never cared. I just did the fact of hearing my shit and hearing me on stage, man. That was the big payoff for the practice. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a dream right there.
Yeah, for sure. And freestyling too, like. I've always tried to understand the freestyle. I understand that you guys will store probably certain words into certain things, but like you gotta on the spot, you've got to be able to keep it consistent and keep it not boring, but and keep it interesting. And it's like that shit is, I mean, that shit is incredible and it's seriously talented, man. Because I try to do it. You know, you try to do it, you don't know how to do it, bro. You sound so bad, dude. It's so bad, dude. Bro. All you want to say is "motherfucker" at the end or something, whatever. But yeah, dude, it's totally cool, man. And but yeah, so with the whole
you got Wi-Fi here?
We do. Yep, 618 Ink Wi-Fi is the password under the 618 Ink. It's not the guest though. It's the actual 618
He can try to connect since we're talking.
Yeah. All lowercase 618 Ink Wi-Fi. But yeah, so the whole messy sessions, man.
Back to shows real fast.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Man, I love shows.
Yeah.
That's what I like. When I got into music, I was doing all kinds of shows, but mostly over in St. Louis area.
Cool.
Man, shout out to Transcendent. I can't even pronounce the name. Like Transcendent Music Group over in St. Louis, man, they for real looked out for me and shit like that, putting me on a lot of shows and everything. So then I actually headlined my first show, co-headlined over in St. Louis at Red Flags.
Oh yeah, Red Flag. That's a good venue, man.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna sit up.
You got a big ass stage, real high out there.
Like have my
that's
name,
the real deal right
have
there.
My name and stuff.
Yeah, it's got a whole thing production.
Yeah, man, that was like my biggest goal right there. Like to have like a headline, so that was pretty big to me. Made some money off that show, like made quite a bit of money off that show. And shit, yeah, like that. And
that's really good. Too,
I was like actually in the streets, man, just walking down, like, cause you know that we was downtown. It's right there for all the clubs, and it was Mardi Gras weekend.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it was popping. So I was just walking down to like the little bars around, just passing out tickets and shit. Like, hey, I'm about to perform. Fucking
smart.
And it was pretty decent. Had a big turnaround. Then like, man, that's literally whenever everything started to fall into play and stuff like that. Like the ideas came because we ran into that's whenever the first time I ran into shout out X-Biography, man, our cameraman Brandon Wessel and shit, man. Like we I end up running to him and shit. Like I'm a person that always believes in somebody's craft and shit like that. Like I don't try to take over. Like some people, man, will try to like bullshit you and shit like that. Like try to use you for their advantage type shit. And like I seen them out there taking pictures, man, and I was like, man, I wasn't gonna waste the time. I was like, I ain't got much money. I was like, but you can take some pictures for me. I'll send you some money right off the rip. That built a relationship with us and shit right there. And after that, we started. Me and Blake started talking about the messy session shit like that, and then everything just started falling into place after that. After the shows and stuff, like I did a couple more shows, and then I kind of fell back off the shows and shit like that because we started focusing on the messy session shit a little bit more. But I was still dropping music and stuff and music videos and shit.
Yeah, I do a lot of covers on right now because I don't have a band or nothing, but I like to play a lot of death metal and a lot of metal music. And
I actually been wanting to do some covers on some old shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because when I first got into music, man, like I was listening to heavy metal and shit like that, like Slipknot and all that shit. Yeah. Like I actually wanted a rock band and shit like that. I wanted to be a lead singer of a rock band.
And I didn't even know that shit. And I'm not so new too. I can just imagine that too.
Let's go. Hey man, I'll put you in business, bro.
Like, I'm for real, man. Like that was like my initial, like it was my sister's baby daddy and shit. Like he was a drummer and shit like that. So his favorite, his idol was Joey Jordison. Rest in peace, that fucking for Slipknot and everything, man. So. That's what got me into that and everything.
Those three buttons, turn them off.
Yeah, so what all started with the whole messy sessions thing? Like, how did because I kind of seemed like it was starting off with a bunch of fucking people's drama, and you know what I'm saying, you're airing that shit out, and it started getting pretty.
It really started on
Snapchat is where that shit started there, but then we kept on getting banned. Snapchat, they do not play with none of their rules. Like we kept on getting banned back to back to back, and I was like, fuck that, I get on Snapchat banned on my phone. So then we moved to Facebook. That shit just took off on Facebook. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like, hey, if you're out there doing some bogus shit, bro, you're gonna end up on messy sessions.
And it's like you end up on
that fucking show though, bro.
Like before you send any type of risky test or anything, I know they have to be like, man, hold on, let me just think about message tests and all that. And they be like, fuck that shit.
We have people resend shit all the time and everything.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. If you think you're a tough guy, it's like we got backyard boxing.
Yeah, all that shit.
Man, that's what turned me on. That's what turned me on to it. I don't remember exactly how, but I seen a couple of your guys' little boxing shows, and then you was at my mom's neighborhood. Actually, you were right behind my mom's house one time. I guess the last time you guys did it, or whatever, and or not the last time, but the one before. Yeah, in Ashley.
Yeah, that's my.
That was last time.
Hell yeah! So my mom's right next door, pretty much.
Oh shit, you gotta come next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Pull up.
And yeah, so I started watching that, and that shit hypes me. Anytime I see him fighting videos, I'm just like, I get hyped up.
It's like everything legal, know what I'm saying? Keep people out of the streets, know what I'm saying? No weapons, don't got to worry about getting jumped, none of that shit.
Like street beefs kind of thing. That's we need the outlets. It's like one of those times. It's like it's not about if you can show up and get your ass whipped. It's about showing up. It's about showing up, stand on business, and that's all it is to it.
Right. Anybody that shows up, even the winners and losers, man, they got
exactly.
pride.
That's what I'm saying.
You take a motherfucking step in there. Anybody can talk shit like, oh, they can't fight, they can't do this, but they ain't stepping in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the only one way to fucking learn is to get in there and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Some people just do it, man.
Yep.
Just to get out there and shit. Like some people like,
try to win a little money too.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's all legal. Like I said, on the police put up on us over in Salem. It was like, said, y'all do you, know what I'm saying? Said everything legal, no?
Cool.
Got the gloves, waiver sign, everything.
I like that. That's totally cool, man. That's the respect. And I see a lot of dudes on there. Yeah, that's why I was telling people all the time. I wanted to come in there and get a little spot in there. You know what I'm saying? I seen old fucking Travis Parody, and I was like, oh, okay, he's cool. I mean, I don't even know the guy. I don't even know the dude. I don't even know that guy. But I seen like high five.
I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, I seen him fight. Man, I was like, look, I said, I want to fucking fight that dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool dude. I messaged him and everything. And I mean, and he might whoop my ass. That's not a big deal. I'm not even worried about none of that. Here's the thing: it's about me. I haven't fought in a long time. I've been working out and getting in shape, so I'm more or less just trying to see where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I know I can throw a punch. I know I can fight. You know what I'm saying? I never boxed before, but I've always backyard brawl with bare knuckles. You know what I'm saying? So I've always wanted to test my strength, but I honestly didn't see anybody in there that I felt was worth. And I seen Travis, and I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, I like that dude. That dude can throw. And I like the way, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we've talked and shit, and he's a cool dude, but yeah, maybe in the future or whatever.
Hey, yes, we can most definitely get that shit together.
Pretty soon we're going to have the belts.
Oh, yeah, no shit. That's cool. I like that, man. I totally like that. I would love to see something to do with, like you guys, what kind of crazy shit have you guys gotten from airing out people's shit? Like, what kind of, death threats, dudes trying to beat you up?
Oh, yeah. So we'd have motherfuckers threatening to file lawsuits on us, but I don't know how to get no lawsuits on us.
Because it's Joe, man. Everybody post shit on Facebook.
And it's like everything that we take, know what I'm saying? It's like they already put the shit out there for us to post, know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, you already posted. Like, you can't get mad when that's end up on messy session shit. You can't get mad shit.
That's what for real, bro. You're not there doing that bullshit. You got nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You don't have nothing to talk about.
There's no lies being told. It's literally shit, your drama, shit.
Yeah, motherfucker, on messy sessions, you can get exposed quick as shit.
Yes, sir. I noticed
we got shit on everybody. Like, anybody
we got shit we can post shit on.
We got shit on pastors, motherfucking
and we want to blackmail somebody, man, we really could.
Man, I respect that whole confidentiality too thing. You know what I'm saying? I definitely respect that. Because you just right now, it's like the whole thing with me. Like I like to expose pedophiles. Obviously, I'm not trying to hide, but I like to expose pedophiles. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Got something coming.
And that's why I fucking love you guys' shit, man.
I'm doing those videos in the stores and shit. We be chasing the ass around, smacking the ass.
Oh man, thank you for that fucking whole thing, bro. I've seen enough of this whole reason with the motherfucker. I just always would just smacking him, and now he tells them you got 5 of them coming.
Right,
you take all 5. We won't say. Oh man.
Hey, for real, bro, for real.
Man, I definitely want to get them on the podcast. Oh man, fuck. But yeah,
podcast with the mic.
Oh shit, fuck yeah, live.
For real.
So what guys? What made you want to start doing that? Like how did that whole thing transpire?
This the brain, man, right here.
Man, if I'm being honest, I was just thinking about some shit one day. I was like I said, like it's just like everything that we doing now, like really just built up. Like at first we was on Snapchat with the NGLs, and then like we was just gonna do little lives and stuff. But then like everybody started like doing little threats about finances. We were like, fuck it, let's learn how we can do this a legal way. So we learn how to write our own waivers and all that stuff. And all like everybody gets a fighting. Now we're doing podcasts. We're gonna start doing little source and like little skits and all that stuff.
And we thought about this shit way before our even first motherfucking podcast or anything that we
I
did.
like we had like all like the ideas.
All of
was
our
already
ideas
drawn
that we
up.
got for the very first. Before, oh man, I'm stuttering and shit. Had became.
Shit, I get it.
They
You
had,
got them drugs, bro.
I'm like a mouse dying shit.
no, but like all of our ideas, man, like we brainstormed a fuck ton of ideas before we even shot our first podcast, and then like we wanted to do shit in waves and shit like that. Like we did the podcast, then we did the hot box, then we did the fighting and shit like that.
Yep.
Now next thing and shit, like we ain't even leaving those behind. We're gonna come back to everything, so we're gonna
Just
entwine
do
everything.
more and
into-
more and more and
We're
more.
just trying
Add
to
to the
get-
team, you know what I'm saying?
We're just trying to like step forward and get our name out there and shit like that for everything and shit like that.
yeah.
Drama's always gonna be there, so
Oh,
the
fuck
drama
yeah.
always be there.
Yeah.
But we're more than drama,
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
way more than drama. Like we want to help people and shit like that as well. Like we've
yeah.
helped people. Like
Do those,
Yeah, I seen
do
you guys
those
in the-
giveaways,
the
the Mother Day
parade and stuff.
giveaways, all the hell yeah. And that was
with
fun
the
as hell
Father's
doing
Day
the parade.
giveaways and shit like that. Like man, like we definitely want to give back to people and shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Look out for the community. Like
That's the goal.
we ain't pushing nothing negative or anything.
No,
like
right,
that.
exactly.
Like
I mean,
drama's there. Like we ain't making no threats. That stuff's just there. We just
Yeah.
get it. We share it.
Yeah,
People
that's
send
right.
stuff in. We share it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're a voice. That's all we are.
That's
We're
right.
just a voice that we ain't scared of nothing.
That's
We're
awesome.
all legal and everything. Shit, we got papers. If you want to come at us, you better come correct.
Shit. That's right. That's
All of us
awesome.
not stupid no more, so we grown shit.
That's right.
And we whoop ass too.
All
You
that-
want to come
all
up
that.
swinging? We do know how to self-defend ourselves.
Fuck yeah, man. That's cool. That's kind of how me and him met. A couple years ago, he was in the gym. We were just talking. We was saying he does little, stuff or whatever. And we were in the gym talking, and then I didn't see him for a minute, and then I go with me and Lonnie hit the shop. We do these wrestling shows, and he's got a best friend. And lo and behold, it ended up being him.
Oh yeah.
And so now but we weren't talking. We were talking about doing tattoo related content,
Right, yeah,
and
yeah.
doing like little things like that, skits and just
Uh-huh.
fun things.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh,
know?
we going about to do the skits too. I
Yeah,
can't wait for
dude,
the
I would
skits.
Yeah,
do
man,
with
it's gonna
you
be
guys.
funny.
That'd be fun. That would be
Fuck
awesome.
yeah,
I love the
fuck yeah, do the
collab.
tattoo skit, all that
Yeah,
shit too. Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Fucking. That's how it all started with me and him. So here he is too. So it's like it's kind of cool how things work out, you know.
Yeah.
And you got to have a plan and a backup plan, especially
Yeah,
with what
yeah.
you guys are doing too.
Yeah,
you know?
always, yeah.
Yeah, that's totally.
Yeah, work too, man. We got 9 to 5s. This ain't like
Yeah.
motherfuckers like, oh, we just some motherfucking lazy ass bums. Like we work our motherfucking asses off, and we got families that we take
Side
care of and
hustles,
shit.
businesses, LLCs, all that, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Like everything's legit, man. But we out here, man. Until we just trying to make a living for our families and shit,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
That's
all
the
you
goal.
can do. Yeah.
Shit, fuck anybody. There's enough money for everybody to make shit.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, shit.
That's what we're, you know what I'm saying? We're just trying to make a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I just really want to I really want to bring a lot of awareness out to people and just kind of bring people up and do what I can to help people as well, you know what I mean? I'm more of an educational kind of guy, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I mean, what kind of future plans do you guys have? What kind of, how far do you guys want to take this kind of thing?
Man, we gonna hit
We'll
that
take it
TV
off.
screen one day.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
That's
like
our
Jerry. Instead of Jerry, they're gonna be Man C,
Yeah,
Man C,
dude.
all that, bro.
That's
All
what I'm
that.
talking about, dude. That's what I was
DNA
thinking too,
test,
man.
everything, bro.
Yeah, we about to get a DNA test. That shit's gonna be.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, it's so funny, man. I know some people that are pretty pissed about that whole thing that you guys posted, you know.
Man, that shit was
Oh,
like
it's
a
on the whole
viral. You
post?
know that?
Yeah, was
That
that-
was like a viral post. It was just a copy paste.
And that's all that was.
And shit. Copy
Oh,
paste.
damn. Wow.
It was like a few motherfuckers mad, but like everybody know like it's a joke. Like the main people mad, but they was guilty
They just-
motherfuckers, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a dick sucker.
There was some good motherfuckers, I'm saying.
People was just sending motherfuckers in just for the fuck of it. Man. Just
Yeah,
like, man,
yeah.
this shit gonna be funny. I'm like,
So we posted our stuff in the comments like it's just
I
a
see
joke.
that,
Yeah, that's it funny.
Dude,
Right,
hey, but then
let's
again,
go.
people don't really know that I like to say wild ass shit.
Right,
I like to
yeah,
just
yeah,
say
yeah,
some shit. I'm gonna be
yeah,
like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
Take
You
it
know?
too serious and shit.
I do. I'm that. My brother to this day, he'd be like, "Man, you really had to just say that. Like, you really had to go."
that's me, man. I'm
I'm about to say, hey, that's his dumb ass.
I talk
Filter,
shit daily.
bro, yeah.
He's the one he'll fall back. I'm there talking shit. I ain't got time.
Yeah, it's
I love
funny.
talking shit, man. It's just
Yeah.
the best. It's funny.
Yeah, you got to in your
Especially
business
when
like that
motherfuckers get
too.
mad. I'm like, I got him.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's my favorite.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Try the weakness out of a
I
motherfucker.
said, bro, every time, like, hey, bro, get him.
Oh my God.
Get him.
Motherfucker piss motherfuckers off and shit.
That's me, bro. I like to just, I'm on my Facebook. I know who's who, but I'm just like, who else is on here that don't like kind of shit. So I'll be
Right,
posting
yeah,
shit
yeah.
just to get the motherfuckers to be like, don't
Just get him off riled
Yeah,
up.
it's riled up. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like you guys' shit, man. You guys do really good, and I appreciate you guys fucking
man,
doing what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I mean, especially with the background you guys have, and then how you guys are approaching this, and it's all legal. There's nothing that can be done, and I think that there's a future in something like that. You know what I mean? And you know,
Everybody loves drama, man.
Yeah, you're gonna catch a good stuff. And you're gonna catch bad stuff. I'm sure. You know what I mean? But as long as you guys know how to back it up, you know what I mean? That's awesome, man. That's totally cool. Fucking, but yeah. So I mean, yeah, fucking. Anything else you guys got going on?
Are you gonna be doing a show soon, aren't you? The one that they used to show me at Room, you gonna be doing that show soon, right?
Yeah. I'm about to be doing a beneficial show it's in Centralia at Rumors Bar.
Okay.
For our cameraman and shit like that. So it's helping one of the family members out and shit. So I definitely wanted to join that. Shout out to Reality Check Music and shit like that.
Yeah.
Zach Tyler and shit, man. It's about to be crazy and shit. If y'all around, hit me up. I got tickets for y'all and shit.
Look at Wise B Deuce talking about where you at, man. Don't worry about it, bro. You can come in this bitch drunk as hell. My boy.
Also got a show over in Springfield too. It's my first time over in Springfield to break a scene over there and shit. So I got a show in March. So March 14th. No. March 4th.
Nice.
I got a show.
My birthday's March 8th. So.
Yeah, I got one over March 4th over in fucking over in Springfield, Missouri. So hopefully that goes crazy and shit like that.
That's awesome.
It'll be my first shows of the year and shit like that. So I'm ready to turn up. I love shows, man. Like I bring the biggest
he be turning that bitch, walking through the crowd and everything. And I be the motherfucker like damn, he doing his thing in that bitch.
Man, I'll be walking around like there's 1,000 people, 100,000 people and shit, man. I keep the same energy, man. But
fuck yeah, man.
I'm just a live person.
Yeah. That's like the whole payoff with spending all that time doing what you do and writing your lyrics and all that stuff, you know. And some people just write off.
I don't even write lyrics, man.
Really? You're just a freestyling person, huh?
No, most of my are like old as shit. Are like months old to a year old and shit. Cause I usually rap off feelings and shit, man. So if I'm feeling a certain type of way, I just go in there and just freestyle and shit, man. I fucking free copy and shit, and then just go.
Hell yeah. That's badass, man.
Punch in sometimes. Sometimes I just go the whole track and shit like that, and I'll get a hook, a verse, and a hook off, and shit. Just go in there and mix that shit up, make it perfect and shit like that. Sometimes I'll just punch in. I'll say like a couple verses and shit like that. Like I'll freestyle, and then I'll stop the beat, and then I'll just come back in and start freestyling again and catch it and shit, and do the same thing.
Kind of build it up. You know? Yeah, I know that. I know there's a major talent that I try to write lyrics on certain.
It's
things.
hard, man.
It's fucking hard, bro.
That's why
I can talk. I can say anything, but I can't like jumble the something together to the next sense.
I get frustrated, man. I got like ADHD and all that shit. It's like very bad. Yeah. So like, man, like sitting there trying to stay focused, right? And just, man, I get so fucking confused and so frustrated and shit. Like, and it'll fuck my whole, like, it'll make me get writer's block and shit. And like, I won't be able to think of nothing. So that's why I just freestyle my feelings and shit. Like, all my songs are all feelings, man. Like, if you ever heard one of my songs, like, man, whatever I was saying, I was really doing and I was really feeling that fucking way.
Yeah, I listened to you guys' shit, man, before I made that little promotional kind of video, and it's definitely good, man. Even my lady, because she was listening to it, and I was like, what do you think, babe? And she's like, yeah, it sounds fucking awesome. She's like, it doesn't suck, that's for sure. Right? I'm not a big rapper person, but I understand the craft, I understand the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm a metal person, so but she likes rap, she likes R&B, she likes that kind of stuff too, and she likes metal, but. So whenever I was trying to get her honest opinion, and she liked it too. I'm not just saying that by no means. I'm being honest. What's that? Yeah, I have. I actually back in the day I've done one album.
No, I'm talking about like your guitars. You say you play guitar, right?
Yeah. Well, I've done albums in the past, a couple, like 1.5, whatever. But I do right now covers on YouTube. I play metal band covers, and I got a country song on there. Anything that anything that. It's more or less mostly metal, but I'm into really just doing anything.
Right.
We have to link up sometime, man, because I got my studio and shit like that. Like you could plug into the shit, and I could record your waves and shit like that, and I could try to make a beat out of it or something like that.
I'll be down to do something, bro. Tell me, kind of give me an idea, because the thing is, man, I'm mostly death metal and like hard fucking just real.
So that's cool, man.
But I can soften it up. I can do things for rhythm. I can do things with I don't have to make it so insane. I can do
you know how
groovy kind of stuff, but
Slipknot, the Familiar, I think it's
Yeah.
the part 2. You remember how it's like softer, like something like that. Like it definitely do some shit like that.
Yeah, check out my YouTube, man, and go through there. And I'm pretty well fluent. I can just if I can just get an idea on what you're looking for, man, I'll make that shit work.
Because I do like a lot of melody rap. Like I'm more of
like singing and
I'm
shit
like
like
more
that.
of a singer than a rapper. I
yeah,
feel like the
cool.
shit. I only started rapping and doing more rapping because this motherfucker right here. He's like, man, you don't even be rapping no more. You just be fucking singing in your feelings. So I started.
Like your lane is your lane, though. And that was
So
good at
but
shit.
like,
Yeah.
I'm good at like mostly singing and shit like that. Like,
Cool. So where can we get any? You guys got merchandise for sale? Anything like that?
Hey, oh, we got these tumblers right here. So we got face masks, we got t-shirts, we got all type of stuff.
Fucking A.
We'll get some more shit too.
I gotta
We
make
try to work on
t-shirts,
jogging
bro.
suits and all that too. Oh yeah.
You guys need a person to do your shirts, bro. We got a printer that can do any fucking
got the
thing.
real shit.
Oh,
And we got a
damn,
screen
damn.
print, bro.
I ain't even see that
Bro,
shit.
we're
What the
legit,
fuck?
bro. We can
Oh
make,
yeah,
we
for
can
sure.
make anything, bro.
Yes, we got to talk about that.
No
Yeah,
bullshit. We
yeah,
got
yeah,
everything
yeah.
you need. We can,
Fuck yeah, I
put your
bet.
face and everything
Yeah,
on our
yeah,
shirt.
yeah. That shit hard.
that shit
yeah,
legit.
yeah.
Look at that, bro.
I ain't even see all that shit back there.
Yes, sir. That's a whole fucking dryer thing for the screen printing thing.
Oh,
right
that shit
there.
hard. Oh, yeah. So
Hold that back here.
we gonna lock in too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, fuck, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? But, so yeah, man,
We definitely we think about trying to do like a benefit. Talking about like some Easter shit like that for like the kids and everything. Putting on some shit in March for the kids and everything.
The
No, it's
Easter egg
April.
hunt and all that
I'm saying
stuff
March
too.
and shit.
what type of benefit? We like to,
We gonna better make
we
that
like to be a part of certain things, but we're kind of, you know, picky choosy sort of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But we like to donate to certain shit, gift
Right,
cards
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Whatnot.
Yeah.
So I mean, if there's anything you need for my help, whatever, understand.
So mostly we're trying to do like for the kids and shit like that, because you know like Centralia, like even though I'd say I'm from there for a little bit because I lived there for so long and shit, but like there's a lot of kids that like have like parents that ain't in their life type shit and like don't care about them and like rather make sure their self is okay before their kids okay
Right,
and shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So like. Man, come to these benefits. Bring your kid to that shit because it'll be kid shit. It ain't nothing that the parent can take from the kid. It's something for
Exactly.
like the kid will be joyful to have and shit like that. And like it's gonna be hard, but like we're gonna try to make everybody a winner and shit. Because you know, like some shit's like, oh, there's like only a top 3 like that. Like there will be bigger prizes, of course,
Right, yeah,
but
yeah.
there'll be prizes for everybody as well.
Yeah.
So everybody don't feel left out type shit like that.
Man, you know, we did a Toys for Tots 2 years ago for the police up here, right? We gave them motherfucker $5,000.
They didn't even get shit, did they?
Didn't even fucking say thank you.
Oh,
That shit
fuck
crazy.
Salem police never said fucking thank you, bro.
That shit crazy. That shit don't even surprise me though. It really don't surprise
So
me.
you know what we do? We do that shit for ourselves.
Yeah,
We're doing
yeah,
a nonprofit,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we would love to collab. I'm sure I would
Yeah,
love to collab.
yeah,
If
yeah,
not,
yeah.
I would love to do. You know. So we do it ourselves, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Can you fucking believe that
we
shit?
did so far, so it comes straight out of our pocket too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so we just here to help. You know, shit.
I mean, we're just trying to do shit for for the less fortunate. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
yeah,
And
exactly.
you're right. There's a lot of people that put themselves first. I see
yeah.
people all the time that have their cigarettes and everything, but their kid don't have
No,
fucking
nothing,
shit. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Motherfucker
Motherfucker sad,
go to the
man.
stores and shit. They have that liquor, cigarette, and all that shit. Kid just want a piece of candy.
yeah.
Can't even get the candy and shit.
Yep. Yeah. It's pretty fucking sad, you know. But nonetheless, we're down for that kind of shit too, and we like to do a lot of nonprofit stuff and shit. Yeah.
Definitely for the kids, man. They're the future, man.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's not their fault, you
Hell
know,
no.
that they have to go through what they have to go through. That's one of the things I'm going to be talking on the next podcast. At some point, is going to be about mental health and it's going to be about sexual assault and things like that. You know, it's a very tough subject and very uncomfortable subject.
Shit.
But if
It happens, it's life, man.
but it
It's
happens, and I'm gonna do the
See, we
same.
also like we've been talking like trying to like start some shit like that, but like being able like because you know a lot of people be scared to come front and talk about a lot of shit just on anything. So we was trying to think of ways like that and shit like that. Fucking have,
Like
you
people
know,
could
how,
come
like,
in there
they
and
have,
hide
you
their
remember, like,
face and all
Spike?
that stuff too.
How Spike when they used to talk to the little old gang members and shit,
Yeah.
they deep in their voice.
Right,
because
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like we're gonna start like doing some shit like that and
Yeah,
try to do
yeah.
something like talk to the cameraman. I know he's amazing at what he fucking
Bro,
does.
shout out Brandon Wessel
Shout out Brandon
again, our
Wessel
dog.
again, man.
Yeah, you know.
Like he is dope at what he does and shit. So like he definitely be able to help us change their voice and like black them out so you can't see their face and shit. Because man, there's a lot of shit that goes down and a lot of people don't like talking about shit.
No, they don't. Definitely. And what's even crazier is that the person going through that thinks that they're alone most of the time.
Yeah, they do.
They don't know about other people going through that shit, and yeah, that's what I definitely want to bring light to, you know. So yeah, man, you guys are doing a great thing, man. I really appreciate what you guys is doing in the podcast and the backyard boxing and the hot boxing, and you know, we're living in a new day and age this time where we can do all that shit now, and it's not.
Who would have thought back in the day, motherfuckers smoking some weed without fucking
That'd be legal. You know what I'm saying? No way behind
it shit. It's insane, man. I mean, I talk about all the time, man. Baby, run by this gas station real quick and grab a little bit of this bud. You know, it's not the kind of stone you to death, but it'll do you. It'll do all right when you're running out, you know. And so, when cops drive by, you're not fucking dipping and hiding no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's funny now. But.
Yeah, I got back on 2000. When I got booked back on 2006, and there was none of that shit. So I came home, I was like, damn, this shit. So they got weed stores you can just walk into, buy weed and shit.
Yeah.
He told me about all that shit, sold me all the weed. I'm like, damn, okay, this shit decent.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It really ain't. And I'm a grower, so I got a card and everything, and I can grow, and so I know good pot, and I go there and get that shit. I'm just like, don't even know
what you doing shit.
God, this is fucking actually THC.
Up your own shit.
You
did this?
Yeah, no, I didn't grow that. No, that's just some shit. But no, I got some shit going right now. You know, because I mean, like that shit helps tumors and cancer and shit, dude. I mean, and that's all it is. It's just RSL. It's like, you know,
medicine,
Rick Simpson oil. Yeah, medicine.
Did you eat it, or did you?
Yeah, you ingest it. Yeah, you totally can. You can do a lot of shit. You can put it in butter. You can eat it just off the. It's nasty as fuck. It's terrible when you put that shit. It's like resin. It's like sucking on resin. So yeah, you don't want to do nothing like that. But the best thing to do is put it in capsules, little capsules. Just take a little syringe and squirt it in a capsule, and then you can eat it. Or if you can get a piece of bread and maybe try to somehow do it where you can swallow it without chewing it.
Right, yeah.
Because, man, it's like eating a whole ounce to yourself, bro. Like right there. I mean, a little thing, it's bad.
I love to do that.
He said, I love to do that.
What's up, guys? Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely want to be able to help people. Yeah, that's one of my biggest motivations.
Fuck yeah.
You know, we're going to talk about drug addiction and shit. You guys ever been through addiction, anything like that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I've been...
Not like the hard shit, just like...
Yeah, anything's an addiction, bro. I mean, anything you got to separate yourself from. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, that's what my stepson, I just told him, I said, you're an addict, you're probably an addict too. He goes, what? I said, not a drug addict, bro. You know, I said, you could be an addict on anything. If you have a craving for something and you think it comes with eating.
Like you need it.
Dude, my biggest thing is fucking cookies. It's like, it's sweet. That's my biggest thing.
Fucking addicted.
I could quit meth. I could quit all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool. You can leave it there. I got it quiet back here. I'll turn it all off.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're good. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, what were we talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. I'm literally just talking about train of thought. It's the ADHD. But anyways, no, the addiction part, man. My thing is literally sweets, and that's why I started working out and had to go do the whole testosterone thing. And I'm still battling that, dude. So addiction, regardless, I'm an ex-meth junkie. So I used to do all the meth shit back in the day and all the other hard shit. But
congratulations on getting
thanks, man. It's been over 10 years
That's
now.
a journey, bro.
Yeah. My biggest thing now.
That for the rest of their life,
dude, for real. It's a whole lifestyle thing, and when you create a lifestyle, it's hard to walk away from that shit, especially when you live in the same town. And because dude, look, here's the thing, man. Even if I'd stayed in that same town, I would have ran into more people anywhere else. Because I even moved away an hour and a half away, and still had a dude come over one time, sell me some bud, and he came over and he pulled out. And he goes, oh. Pulls out a big fucking meth, bro, ice.
Crazy.
He says, oh, that's a fast second. Of course, quickly kind of entice. But I said, no, bro, you got to get that shit. You got to go on. I couldn't buy no more pot from him because my lady was like, I don't want him over here no more.
Exactly.
And that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's good that she did that shit, though, man, for real.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because
temptation's a motherfucker, even no matter how long you've been clean.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it gets easier, but it never goes away. It's with anything.
And it's easy to fucking relapse.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's so easy, bro. I mean, I guess I don't really know any drug addicts around here as far as like, you know what I mean? But it's anywhere you can walk. I'm sure somebody has, pull out a sack of something at some point. And, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody has a drug of choice.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
Everybody's
yeah.
addicted, like you said. Everybody's addicted to something. Man. Everybody got their drug of choice.
Yeah, what my thing is, I want to bring awareness to is the fact that people are afraid to come out or admit that shit or just in any kind of way, shape, or form, and maybe they have a strong story like I do, and we can all just share the message and shit.
Overcome and shit.
Yep.
That's pretty dope. What made you want to start doing this stuff then?
This right here, man. I'm a talker. I like to. I sit with my clients a lot, and I sit there and bullshit with them, and they have cool ass stories, man. I learn. Look, honestly, sometimes I bitch about a couple people here and there because you get a couple fucking weird,
Right. You see thousands and hundreds.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You can't please them all, but man, I meet more cool people with killer stories, and I thought, man, I'd like to get people in. Instead of them, me talking while they're just spending money on me.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm not trying to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's $5,000. I'm sorry.
Rough life. 10,000.
Like, did I think I was your therapist?
Right.
Therapy too, bro.
Let's record it.
Shit, man. But I just definitely wanted to capture all cool stories. I have a crazy experience with paranormal, bro. That I don't expect anyone to ever believe, but I would love to eventually somehow reenact that night. And I'll make a really long story short. It's in Alton, Illinois. I'm sure you guys maybe heard of Alton, Illinois. Yeah. One of the most haunted areas in around.
Brandon Wessel, bro.
Listen. I had a door get. Listen, real quickly. Real quick. I'm laying in bed with my baby mama, and I'm staring at the bedroom door. I'm going through these crazy thoughts about how, hold on, let me slow down. These, tactical things like what happens if someone kicks in my door? And what would I do if I had this? What would I do if I didn't have this? I do those wild ass thoughts. Right?
And I'm having those thoughts too. I
started having these things like, what would happen if some gang member kicked in my door and I didn't have a bat or I didn't have a gun? What would I do? Then I started thinking about what would do if the police did it? Like, what would they be there for? I'm sure it'd be a fucking wrong house, but like, how would I act? How would they do? Blah 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 blah. Then I started thinking, the last thought was kind of the creepier thought. I started thinking about aliens. What would happen if the aliens did what I do? You know what I'm saying? And I imagined, I was thinking, well, they're not going to kick the door open because they're going to have skinny legs, but the door will just burst open. And you got a tall one in the middle and two on the side, and you got the smoke. And what I thought in my head and imagined, it kind of creeped me out. So my conscience told me, you need to quit thinking like that and go to sleep. Well, but I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. So I fucking lay there and closed my eyes, bro. And about 50, I'd say it's a guess because it felt I was almost asleep, bro. I mean, I was almost asleep. And let's say 10, 15 minutes later, boom, my fucking door gets boom. I mean, I'm like somebody kicked it in. Me and my baby mama jumped up, screamed to the corner of the bed, and nothing happened. Nothing happened, and I'm thinking about all the possibilities. Okay, what would happen if there really was, and we would hear them first of all. We're in a two-story house, old house, we would hear them. If for some reason they took long steps and they were able to make it down, we'd still hear the door open because the door bottom because of the screen door and the big door. It would suck it when you open this one up. It would suck this one and make a noise. You hear a noise every time, a suction noise. There was no wind, not a single stagnant air. Okay, on the other side of that door. All the windows, everything closed, and that shit got kicked open, and nothing was there. Even my baby mom was like, well, did you leave the door closed all the way? I said, even if it was just this, unlatched. What fucking shit? My bad. I get excited this thing. What fucking
that's how you know it's real, man. Fucking
dude, it's some real ass shit, dude. Yeah. So I get super pumped, and that's one of the things. I put a TikTok video out on it. You know what I'm saying? But I get super pumped about that shit because I've had a couple things happen that were actual physical. And
in that same house?
No, there was one other one about 30 minutes away in a place called Jerseyville, Illinois. I was working at a bar and grill, and long story short, there's a whole thing that I was working. No one was in the place. Stagnant air again. All this other stuff. I'm sitting there filling up my soda, waiting on the foam to go down, and I'm kind of looking around like this, and just kind of, And as I'm looking down, 3 crackers, like as if somebody took their fingers and went, floop, flipped them out of this little rack. There's like a little rack about this, like this, and it's like somebody took their fingers and kind of flipped them out. And I looked up and I said, "Really?" And there was nothing there. It was so I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm thinking of all these little different like things like. what would cause these crackers to fucking to fall out? Like just the three. Yeah, I'm not trying to rationalize it.
And I'm real. I'm out of my chest right now.
Yeah, and so I put them there. I'm thinking in my head, okay, if somebody would have packed a bunch of crackers in there in the row, and there was pressure on the side. I'm imagining taking dominoes and line them up on the table, and you squeeze in the side, but just angling a little bit, and the middle would shoot out, right? So I'm thinking if they put a bunch in there and there was like enough pressure, it would come. But I'm thinking, still in my head, I'm thinking, even if they happened, it wouldn't have slid. It would have just slid out. Wouldn't have flung like it did. Right. But I thought, okay, I put them back in, squeeze the sides, and they were loosely in there. They were like perfectly in there.
Right. Yeah.
But they were definitely not tight at all. And so I said, okay, well, the only other rational fucking thought about this is that I was imagining someone on the other side of that took their finger, so I went like this, flip, and just kind of flicked them out.
That's exactly what it looked like.
That's exactly what it fucking did, bro. So I mean,
got the fuck out.
Yeah. So I'm just
you think like something's following you, or you think like it was a different?
I believe in
type of energy
anything.
Or what?
I believe it could have been, but the thing is so here's the even crazier thing. When I started working there, I had this weird thing in my head, like where I don't know how to explain it without doing it, some kind of weird psychic thing where I could go into certain places. I don't know how to trigger. I don't know how to control it. But every time I've been able to, like, let's say I come to your house, right? I'm tattooing over there or something, and I say, hey, bro, I'm thinking, because I see a little girl in my head popping out this way. I keep drawing my attention over here. I keep seeing it in my conscious that forcefully, not something I can just think of. It's it just happened. And so I'm like, I keep, and I see this little, and I'm like. So I'll tell you, hey bro, your place is haunted, right? And you'll say, yeah, there's a little girl that fucking haunts this. You'll know the story.
Right,
sometimes they don't know the story. Sometimes but every time I've been able to do that, I've never been wrong.
That's it, crazy.
So at the time, I had this guy appearing out of nowhere. He would have like this black suit, hat, beard, and you can't see like detailed stuff, but mostly you can just tell he's like old, like Abraham Lincoln, right? And he kind of appeared out of nowhere, and he just kind of sit there and he just stare. He wasn't ever moving. He wasn't ever like mean, hostile. So I kept getting this older male energy. 3 years later, a few cooks later in that place. I finally decided to say, hey, you guys know this place is haunted? And two of the girl cooks there knew about the whole history of it and said, she's like, yeah, there's an old man that haunts the downstairs. And I was like, boom, I knew it. But then she told me there was a female that haunts the upstairs, right? And I was like, and his wife, I guess. And so I'm over here thinking, I was like, that's crazy, because like I never had a female energy up here. I never had any kind of energy. But every once in a while in the walk-in cooler, I would get an essence as if someone was there, but you don't know the actual female or male, right? So then all of a sudden weird shit started happening. A loaf of bread fall on my head that if I broke it down to you, bro, it shouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
But I blew it off because I didn't see it with my own eyes. Okay. One time the owner's son was walking through the thing. He said, and we were just talking shit, I said, hey CJ, I said, we want to bet that old man downstairs a pervert. He bet he goes in the women's bathroom and watches them pee. and he started talking shit too. He was laughing, talking shit too. And as soon as he come walking into the kitchen talking shit, the fucking light, the little cage thing around the fluorescent light comes swinging down and about took his fucking head off, bro.
Damn.
And this was before all this stuff, Trent. This little cracker
he like that talking shit.
Yeah, he jumped back and we were like, oh my god, like we've seen that, and that never fell down before. That's not anything that's ever done. It's not a thing.
That's it. Crazy.
And so that that happened, and then all of a sudden that's what transpired up to that situation. It's like all these weird little things started happening afterwards, but finally I feel, to me, my reality was I got final fucking proof of that shit moving, because there was no light. I even put the shit back in there and stomped around thinking there might be like
anything.
Solid ass floor, bro. Not even a ripple in my soda.
That shit crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to make sense of it. Because the first thing I thought it was, oh fuck, that was a ghost.
Right, yeah.
But I had to, I don't think that went off. Did that go off? Okay. But yeah, so those are the little things that happened to me, bro, and there's some other shit, bro, that I would like to, we're gonna get in sometime. But
man, you fuck on Brandon Wessel?
Man,
I don't.
Man, that's
fuck on Esphotography, bro. You gotta fuck with him, but like he got his own little YouTube channel and all that stuff. Yeah,
he does a little spook shit. We just went to this place over in he did a 48-hour lockdown. I went there for like 3-4 hours walking through these places. It was like a fucking, what was that shit called, man? Fuck.
But there was one in Salem that he did too, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in Salem, but the one we went to was like right outside. It was like an hour or something away from here. It was a fucking, it was a rehab, a really big.
No, we should have brought him with us.
It was a rehab place like that.
It looked
like
creepy as
fucking,
fucking
man, it was
in there,
creepy as
too.
shit.
Yeah,
Like, I have to
it
show you
looked creepy
videos
as
whenever
hell.
I go offline. For sure, I can show you the videos. But
yeah.
we walked through it and shit like that. He had all the shit like that you do with the spooky people and shit.
Yeah.
Like you ever watch shit on YouTube of like people walking through like a. Now he has all that shit, man.
Yeah,
like, all
everything.
that-
He get like he really like
he
ghost
actually
hunters.
does
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah,
Like he's like a real life
fucking
ghost hunter, man.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But
It's
you
our
have to
cameraman.
get with him and
Yeah,
shit
he
like that.
raw.
If you know
Fuck
places
yeah.
and shit, but
Fuck
like
yeah, bro.
he knows like all the things. But like he says like to go to like certain places, you got to pay a fee and shit like that for so much to like do shit on it.
Right.
So like there's fees he has to pay, but like if you can fucking help him go half with fees and shit
Fuck
like
yeah,
that, man,
bro.
you can go with him. Like,
He does that all
he's
the
looking
time,
for somebody
too.
to like
Yeah,
do
yeah.
this shit with him for real.
Yeah.
Because
Every night he goes, I gotta work, but I want to do this in one of these
But
days.
I went out
Fuck
there, it was
that
pretty
shit.
creepy. I went out there and that fucking like I felt it and shit like that. Like, man, he told me some stories. He's like, man, one of these dudes fucking came out of a room like he felt like he was having a heart attack. No, he felt like he had chest pain, so he turned around and went back to walk to his office, and he had a heart attack, fell right there on the floor and died. And then there was like there was like 2 other people that died in the building too and shit like that. Holy shit. So like, dude, this building was fucking creepy. Like something you'd see out of like a fucking old Halloween movie type shit like that.
And where's this at? Is this
Fucking I forgot.
He goes all around. Like
It was,
he goes all
in
around.
Illinois,
Yeah,
but it's like an hour or something away from me. I wish I could remember the fucking. It was like something Manor. Fucking
yeah, he goes all around though. Let me
something
look on my
fucking
Facebook.
Manor, man. Yeah, call his ass. FaceTime that
Man,
motherfucker.
my mother. So the one thing about so in this house when we were kids, we lived in the second house ever built in Pontoon Beach. Okay, and so my sister came to me when she was a little girl and said that there was ghosts in the house. And I was trying to get her to describe them, but she really couldn't describe them. So I believed her because she's not the kind of kid that would just make up shit and just be like that. She was a very serious little girl. And she didn't play no games. Right. So I started seeing things out of my peripheral, sort of nothing that was 100% that I could say I full on seen. I seen a girl on the side of my fucking peripheral here. I turned around, she was gone. I was like, fuck, But my brother never experienced anything in this house. Okay, so here's how this shit would happen. Me and my sister seen these ghosts in this house, right? What happened was one day I went in my mom's and dad's bedroom in the closet. My dad told me to get something out of the closet. Now, most closets they're very dirty. They're very messy at the bottom,
right?
And then they got some shit on top of the shelf, right? Well, there's a camera up there, a Polaroid camera, the kind you have to hit the button and the Polaroid comes out. It was sitting there was stuff on the thing, but nothing. It's the Polaroid camera you have to hit in the front. There's stuff on the top shelf, but it's sitting right by itself. Nothing could have touched it. Nothing could have done anything. This is an old school fucking Polaroid. You have to physically do something for something to happen, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking around for this shit. Next thing you know, this motherfucker goes off. Somebody clicked it, but no film comes out because I guess at the time it was empty. But it went off. I jumped up and looked up. And what the fuck? So my mom thought we were just bullshitting because she was like, she was always thinking that we were just trying to scare her. My cousin comes over one time. She's like 7 years old, bro. She's a little mommy's girl. She's like, I want my mommy. She gets scared anything.
Yeah, Pine Lawn Manor. That's the fucking
cool.
name of the place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out, man.
But he got his own page though. Fuck, they be going there, stand night and all that stuff. It's like a whole bunch of other stuff that he does. He does all type of shit. He's a real life ghost hunter. That should be cool as hell though.
Wow.
Yeah.
She comes over. My mom says, "Look, Jesse's coming over tonight. I don't want you guys saying anything about no fucking ghost, blah blah blah. I promise we won't, Mom. You know what I mean? This is my aunt's daughter, all that shit. So, anyways, she comes and stays the night. Next morning, Mom comes to me and says, all super concerned. Did you guys tell her about anything about no ghosts? And I said, no, I swear we didn't say nothing about anything. I promise you, Mom. She's like, you sure? I'm like, why? What happened? Well, Jesse asked me this morning, hey, who was that man that was in your bed last night or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And my mom was like thinking, she's like, because my dad was over the road. We didn't know any. We knew one old dude that would never just come over.
Right,
no one ever would just come in the house for one and lay in bed. You know, nobody does that shit. So, my cousin says she's seen some guy laying in my mom's bed. She got up to go to the bathroom, came back in, and some guy was laying in my mom's bed, and that's why my mom was like, well, that's. Now I understand why she was on the other side of me when I woke up, you know? So, that whole time my brother never seen nothing. But, I don't know, he was 16, I was 19. We had some friends that were coming to us. I used to work with them. And they would come to me and be like, hey, man, you ever heard of this place? It's same thing you're talking about. Like, hey, there's this one place over here and there's such and such. Does this and this happen, you know? And I said, so they talking about the Lovejoy Cemetery out there in Alton, Illinois, you know? And he says, man, you're guaranteed to see something, guaranteed. And I was like, okay. So we go out there and we're out there fucking for a little while. And we're trying to see something.
Man, I do not fuck with that
we
shit.
Were
I don't know how y'all do it, bro.
No, bro. We were hoping. I was hoping. Because we were looking through the mausoleums like this, hoping to see some kind of shadow, something moving, anything. And so at the very end of the thing, here's what happened. So we pull up, we all get out of the car. It's like me, my brother, my buddy, his old lady, and like some other person. We pull up, we're like, hey, let's get out and smoke this bowl, whatever. So we get out, we start smoking this bowl. I look down yonder on my right, and I said, man, that place looks creepy as fuck over there, because there's this mausoleum built into the side of this hill or something. It was real Tales from the Crypt like shit. And so I said, man, who's going to go with me? No one wanted to go with me, but my buddy's old lady wanted to go with me. She's like a little bigger girl, you know? And I said, let's go. So we walked down there, and we go all the way down there. And once we got down there to the actual spot, the shadows went away. So it didn't look so creepy by the time we were down there. But we're just kind of sitting under bullshit and just waiting. Finally, we said, all right, let's go ahead and go. Fuck this, it's boring. We start walking back up. Then we notice my brother and everybody going, like, whisper yelling, hey, come on, let's go. We're like, we're coming. You know, we start walking, he's doing it again. I'm like, we're fucking coming. And he keeps doing this shit, and it's like fucking pissing me off. After a minute, I looked at Jesse, I was like, dude, if my brother says my fucking name one more fucking time, I'm beating his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he's over here like, hey, like but he's like whisper yelling kind of thing. Yeah. And we can hear him, but we can at this one point in time, the next thing you know, they're getting more. And I was like, dude, I looked at her and I said, I'm not fucking running. And she goes, neither am I, because she's fucking, you know what I'm saying? She's a big girl, you know what I'm saying? So she said she wasn't gonna run either. So we start walking, and these they're like, next thing you know, they're like, hey, and they're like, now they're getting louder, and they start to wave their hand and shit. Yeah. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, I don't see no flashlights, I don't see no cars, nothing's coming. I'm like, they're just trying to scare us.
Right. Yeah.
So as I remember looking down, and as we're walking, I remember stepping on the gravel, and my brother lets out an oh my god that I knew was real. My brother, it's one of those. It's just one of those things. Like it's the exact same oh my god as if he was witnessing me get hit by a car.
Right. Yeah.
It's one of those like things. Like you could definitely tell he was not putting on no fucking play. And so at that time when he did that, I looked around
like, oh,
and
shit.
I'm like. Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I don't see shit, right? Oh, you didn't see that? You didn't see that? I said, no, I didn't see shit. What the fuck? And they're all going on about this. We walked past this fucking little grave plot. It had like 4 or 5 gravestones and shit in there. And we started, as we walked past it, I guess something rose up from this fucking ground. Oh, no. It didn't have, it was like cut off, like you couldn't see the knees down or the head or nothing like that. It was like a torso. And apparently it made this beeline. And it went straight for me. And as my brother said, it was like he was going to grab you and take off with you. And it fucking scared the shit out of him. So I thought they were just kind of trying to scare us. Dude, I asked him not long ago. He was like, you know, he's fucking almost 40 years old himself.
Yeah.
I think he just turned 40. Or no, he's close to 40. I asked him about that. He said, bro, that was the only time in my whole life I'd ever seen a ghost. That was a legit ass story. And I believe him. He's not going to bullshit me.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, man, those kind of things, dude.
That's crazy. That's what they're freaking me out. Fuck that shit.
Yes, sir. So you got anything? You got
some ghost stories?
Yeah.
Man,
anything,
I was living in a house over in like Baku or some shit, Illinois.
Yep, I know Baku. Right there, actually. Yep.
And fucking
damn, bro, you fucking from that's pretty much like the smallest town in the world.
I ain't never heard of that.
That's like 3.5 people.
I ain't never heard of that shit.
I know exactly.
When I came over here type shit, like that's where we was at.
No, I get it.
But man, I was chilling in my room one time. And like it was dark as shit, and I was watching the shadow go from my roof, my ceiling, to my wall and come up the wall and come off on the floor and it came to my feet. And then when it started touching my feet, I started getting a tingling sensation from my toes, like it just kept on going, like it was like going on my body, and I fucking like just stood up real fast and turned the light on and it stopped.
Damn. And that's a fucking pretty old town too. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah. I
don't know what the fuck it was, but that's really the only time I got scared and fucking like a ghost story like type shit. But I've been I even went to New Minden, walking around their cemetery at night. Man, I swear I seen some motherfuckers chill next to like tombstones and shit, like just leaning up on it. It was around like Halloween.
Yeah,
just being a little fucking hoodlum and shit, reeling down, trying to find ghosts and going to all these little stories that we hear and shit like that. So, and then I went to the Pine Lawn Manor and shit, man. There was some crazy shit that happened there.
I never once hit record on that.
We got the whole audio, but
Right,
I
yeah,
never
yeah,
once
right,
recorded
yeah.
the phone.
We'll get good audio on it.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
But
Bug me.
God damn it. Oh well.
that shit was pretty crazy, man. At Pine Lawn Manor, man. Like there was like I got big headed. He gave me this bright ass fucking light, so I just walked off. Like I left, like we really went and walked through. I didn't hear nothing, and then we was by the entrance of it, and I was like, man, I'm gonna take this bright ass light, and I walked off, and I just kept on going and shit like that, and I heard a loud smack, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, hey man, there's some shit down here, and fucking I heard it again, and I was like, fuck that shit. And I fucking,
That's me right there.
no, I
I'm
said,
going,
fuck this
that.
shit, and I fucking turned around, took off running. And shit. Like, I believe in that shit, but I'm running.
I ain't gonna play with this shit.
Yeah, because I do believe that they can attach themselves to you somehow. And I think that the whole Ouija board thing.
Yeah,
I don't
fuck
believe in it, but I believe in. I don't know, man. I'm very torn between the whole Ouija board because I do
I feel
believe
like-
that it will.
I feel like
some-
if you
If
catch
it's
like
gonna be
a
a Ouija
powerful
board, I
enough
feel like it has to be a powerful way.
Yeah,
It can't be
yeah.
like no dumbass when you buy from fucking Hot Topic or something
Right,
like
right.
that. Like I think it has to be like
Yeah.
a legit like wooden one type fucking like
yeah.
some shit.
Because I
like-
believe it's going to have something to do with some kind of the planchette on it. It's got to it's got to be made to a point where it does something. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be metal involved
Right,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
some
'cause,
type of oak
you know,
or some shit wood or something
Yeah.
like that. Something like 'cause
Something.
back in the day, like you gotta think like fucking witches and shit like that. It was all wooden days and shit like so they use all.
Yeah, think about that shit. The Marie Laveau from New Orleans, the voodoo queen, like she's popular. Like, tell me, like, if someone was just crazy, why they make a whole motherfucking thing about her, dude?
Exactly.
That's
I
some-
believe in that shit.
I believe
so.
that's some weird ass shit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know, no, I mean, you could be good at making up shit, but I mean, if there's really nothing behind it, you don't really go down in history.
Exactly. Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
So yeah, I mean, that's crazy, dude. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I definitely have to tell Brendan. I'm sure he's watching or has seen this shit, but we definitely have to link you up with his ass.
Yeah,
we should
I would
have
love to,
tour.
man.
Because we've been talking some shit like that. It's just the deposit we got to pay to get to and shit like that. But that'd be dope. I know we're gonna do another one and shit like that. We can even smoke out there. We just gotta smoke outside of the building, obviously, because the fucking the land and shit like that. But
You heard about that one? Was that Briar Manor? Briar Manor, I think it's the haunted. It's a house where they literally torture you for real, and you know people go there and can't go through it.
don't
because
you
it's-
can like get paid if you can?
Yeah.
5,000, something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure.
couldn't
So
do
they
it,
go
man.
there like actually torture you.
No,
Bro,
bro,
like
they
they
do
put you through like some crazy ass like
crazy
like,
shit.
yeah, man. Like
Oh, no,
And a lot of
fuck
people
that
think that they go there thinking they can
Like,
get
it's gonna be
through it.
easy and shit.
And they literally leave there like traumatized.
Fuck
like
yeah.
it's like they're like, holy shit! Like this, they didn't, you know, I don't know.
Bro, you should do that shit, bro.
Nigga, I get
For messy
claustrophobic,
sessions, bro.
man.
Oh man, I thought
I had
about
the
it,
cameraman
I
right
thought,
there with you.
shit.
I ain't gonna do it. Fuck
I
that
get
shit.
claustrophobic,
I ain't gonna
bro.
do it.
if I
Say
get
your
in
ass
like
right
little
off.
spaces, I start freaking the fuck out
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck that.
I think I might be all right with the. I don't know, man. I think
Is it like waterboard you, dude?
yeah,
I
that's
think
the
I can
part
do the
that
coffee,
might.
but the waterboard, I don't know. But I was like, I watch videos on waterboarding though, and like if you stay calm, like it really doesn't do shit to you.
Yeah.
Like I watch videos on that shit. Yeah,
I've
yeah,
always
yeah.
thought about like I tried to fantasize about myself being in there and like what I would be able to take. And I think if I think I'd be good for a while on most things unless it has something to do with freezing to death or
Right, yeah, I couldn't
or
do that,
some kind
yeah.
of bugs that eat bug
Yeah,
or
bugs
something.
eating,
I
I
don't know,
can't do
man.
I ain't do no goddamn bugs.
But I do some crazy shit though, man.
I'm about to say, yeah. I could do the coffee maybe, but
Bro, I fucking hung myself. I got hung from my back. Somebody put hooks in my back at the fucking Chicago at a convention, bro. I got, they lifted me up. I'm hanging there by my back on some hooks, dude. Like my meat, and that shit was fucking painful, bro.
I'm bad. I'm bad.
Yeah, I got people all the time, dude. Like, you're the dude they fucking did the suspension.
Fuck that shit.
Oh man, that shit hurt too. But this year we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again this year.
Yeah. That's the coolest thing though. Shit.
I do it for attention.
Hell
Dude.
no. I ain't gonna do it.
He's like, not even one.
I support you, shit.
Well, see, it's a whole weight distribution thing I learned too. So the way I did it was actually the worst you can do. But it's
He do it. He do it. He got someone waiting on motherfucking back. That shit gonna rip right out his back. His fat ass on bro. He can't do that shit. Hell no.
Yeah, that shit hurt too, man. People ask me all the time. That shit hurt. I'm like, man, it was the worst, dude. It was not like, but I mean, there's a certain pain threshold. If I walked up to you and I pinched you, and it might go, but if I twisted, and you're like, like if I held it there, you would be able to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. Like it had to happen out of it. What they did was they kind of give you a couple tugs to kind of, you're like, oh shit, this sucks. Like, but at this point, like it's worse than that. And that's the thing, like, they might as well just do it. So when they did the third one, they just lifted you up and you have to go through it. So I spent probably, I'd say about 7 to 10 seconds getting mentally used to being up there without holding onto something and the pain and, like, being like, telling people, like, telling myself, okay, like, don't look like a pussy. There's these girls at 20 pounds doing it. And they're smiling, bro. Their first time, they're smiling. I said, I told the dude, I said, I can do this. I get there, I'm do this. I go, I'm trying so hard not to do that, bro. You know what I mean? So it was not working out. But I did it for about, they said you get a half-hour slot, but I did it for about 4 minutes. And then I eaten a bunch of food. They told me to eat, but I think I might have ate too much. And I started feeling a little nauseous while I was up there. So I was out there. I didn't really want to puke because my whole fucking crowd, my whole fucking people here is 6 minutes in front. I didn't want to, I didn't mind, puking down my shirt a little bit. Projectile, it was coming out. I ate a lot. Fuck that. So yeah, man, it was a pretty decent experience, man. I got people all the time everywhere. I get the dude that did suspension. I'm like,
that's it.
I'm the weirdo motherfucker that did it. On the spot, let's talk tattoos. The segment we're gonna do real quick is I'm gonna ask you about your tattoos. I want to know what is your worst tattoo, like quality, your best quality, and the one that hurt the most. Or any crazy story linked to a tattoo that you have.
I have most of my tattoos done in fucking prison. But the main one that hurt though was the one that was like on my fucking stomach, and like they made it out of a fucking toothbrush, a pen, and like the wire came out of the fucking TV cord to the TV cord. But I ain't gonna lie, like all the prison tattoos, them motherfuckers hurt like a motherfucker. But now like having like an actual tattoo gun, that's the don't like it hurts. All tattoos, I'm not gonna lie, but like it ain't like the fucking prison tattoos, man. Fuck that shit.
No, prison tattoos fucking suck.
Yes, I got my neck done. I got some on my back. I got some sit on my side. But like the one on my side, no, hell, fuck that. The one that I got on my leg in prison, that's probably the one that hurt the most. Yeah. And I'm supposed to just over and over and over
your throat and everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay. I got most of my shit done in fucking prison though. But yeah, man. Yeah, fucking prison tattoo.
Yeah, what the so how you gotta have somebody pretty much watch for the guards. And
yeah. Like how we did we was in the day room and we'll be out the cell for an hour 30 minutes. So soon as they pop the door, then I'll go in the cell. And then we shut the door, and then like we like fucking put like the little blind up, and then like, we have somebody out there looking and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like we got away with that shit.
It takes
we got
a while,
away with that shit. Yeah, sessions out there and all that shit. But yeah,
cool. Okay. What about you, man? What's
Oh, you done talking about yours?
Yeah, bro, I'm done, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
All right. My worst tattoo, probably prison. It's right here on my ribs. This was done with a staple.
What?
Yeah.
That's a pick and poke. Yeah.
Was it on actual like on a motor? Or was it just like a
staple? Staple
Yeah,
tied to a fucking
pick and poke.
Pick and pokes tied to a fucking string.
Damn.
No, tied to a broken piece of a pencil. Sharpened fucking
What kind of ink? How'd you
soot.
Really?
Yeah.
Chest,
Smoke and
piece
fucking no smoke. Carton.
Baby.
Carton and fucking Blue Magic hair.
And motherfuckers up in there smart as hell. They know how to make all types of stuff.
I got out of prison. My brother-in-law, brother-in-law. He was kind of like a tattoo artist, more of a crackhead though. But he went over it when I got out, and man, that shit did not feel nothing like I got. This took 3 days on my ribs with the pick and poke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible. And hours too at that. Like it took like fucking like 4 hours a day. That was 4 hour sessions. Horrible pain in my life on a tattoo.
Wow.
But
so all the other ones you got them pretty much a breeze in at this point, huh?
Yeah, fucking then my cousin introduced me to somebody. He was like a hit and miss on days. It would depend how fucked up he was off that shit. Yeah. But like he did some of this shit. Like it looks decent like this, but like if you go to the back, you can see how it's all fucked up right there. Yeah. I've had a lot of tattoo artists try to fix it and shit like that. And like it's a big piece, so I don't know really what to do with it, honestly.
It could be dealt with, I promise you.
But fucking, other than that, I've been messing with Pedro here. Shout out 618 Ink, man. Fucking y'all motherfuckers be doing that shit.
Yeah, she's legit.
Yeah, she's been my main artist I've been going to for
Well, this whole scenery back here, the gargoyle and everything is all her.
Y'all gotta see this
Most
shit,
of all the bold black, like except for anything but the 618 is all her mostly, and Matt and Craig did the vines and stuff, but Fraser did this whole corner piece, man.
That's a cool stuff.
She came here with some magic, bro, and that's why Matt hired her, and that's
Shout out Pedro, man.
Yeah, for sure. She's legit, dude.
But my fucking my neck, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was like
the throat or the side.
man, the sides actually did not hurt.
Okay.
They did not bother me at all.
My side's hurt.
Man, but like last year I went through a very hard time and shit like that. Don't really want to speak on it very much, but like it was a hard time and shit, man. Like I was very depressed last year, so like I used a lot of tattoos to deal with that fucking pain and shit like that, and like I couldn't get shit out of my head, so I was hitting Pedro up here. I was coming here like get a tattoo, wait for it to heal, come back, get another tattoo, and get that one tattooed up.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like that's what I was doing for like 3 months damn near. I was just here fucking getting dealing with fucking pain. And then I was looking at shit from my neck right here because we did this. And then I was like, man, you got some more time? She's like, no, I don't got much time because I was going to have her hit my neck. I was like, my neck was a big decision though. Like I was at work, I was contemplating it for the whole 2 weeks. I was waiting for this to heal right here because I got this and I came back and got my throat. So I was like, man, I was contemplating. I was like, man, do I want to go? I was like, I know that shit's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I know I can fucking do it.
Oh, yeah.
So I found it was gonna be something different. I can't really remember what the other tattoo was, but that was gonna be the next tattoo. But like I wanted to do something for my heritage, like my Hispanic and shit like that. So I looked up Aztec Mayan shit.
Yeah.
And they had this bird. It was a drawing on a stone way back in a day and shit like that. It was just a lot smaller. And Pedro, she just extended the wings out more to make it so like, because the tattoo would have been all like this,
right,
and the bird and shit, and it wasn't really that good. So we extended the wings out to make it look like a little bit more legit and like the eagle was supposed to be and shit like that.
That looks good.
So fucking that's what we did. Like this didn't really hurt too much. Like this was a breeze whenever she did this wing, but right when she got in that throat, holy fuck. But like, man, she'll see the same thing. Like I didn't tap out. I did not have her stop one time. I was sitting there like,
She was like,
I
know how hard it is, bro.
and she was like, man, she's
And
like,
it's worse as you get older.
she's like, you want to take a break? You want to take a break? I was like, no, keep going. I was like, because you're gonna stop and we're gonna go back and it's gonna hurt worse.
It's gonna be done,
So I was literally just sitting there. When I was sitting on my hands, I was trying to make my hands numb so I could focus on my hands instead of my throat. But I was sitting there, I was doing my breathing the whole time. I didn't fuck her up with my breathing. She's like, after we finished the whole tattoo, she's like, you're a fucking champ.
Fuck yeah, dude.
She's like, you didn't take one break or nothing. She's like, you own that shit. No matter how bad that shit hurt. She's like, you sat there the whole time, didn't take one fucking break.
Dude,
and I'm one person, man. You start a tattoo, I cannot stop that shit.
Oh no, hell
Because
no.
I cannot have a half finished tattoo because the fucking pain hurt. Like I already talked myself into it. I started, and I got to be here till fucking finish it, no matter what. Since I got my throat done, my head's pretty big,
Yeah.
and I feel like,
Hey, it feels good too, bro.
And I
I'm telling
feel
you,
like-
that's the whole thing about. That's what I love about tattoos.
and I feel like I can get a fucking tattoo anywhere now. So
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm about to start to
Well,
work.
that's one place I don't have is my throat yet, and I've been wanting to get my throat done.
That didn't really hurt me whenever I got mine done.
And now I'm just building
that's-
on it. Like I just been adding a little bit. Like I think I want to get. I've always wanted some lips on my shit, so I'm probably gonna get some like lips on my neck right here underneath my chin. But after that, then I'm going towards my chest,
See,
and then my
now
stomach.
that's oof.
I know that shit right down that motherfucker collarbone. I know that shit gonna hurt. Fuck
and
it, I
right
know
by
it's
the
gonna hurt.
fucking-
I almost want to do
Yeah,
right
I
here
know
in the
it's
middle of
gonna
my belly.
Ooh, you're
The
stern.
belly and shit, yeah, man.
my-
Yeah, I'm getting that next way, so I'm getting some right here next.
It's just I don't want to be plain and have like blocks, so I'm trying to like build down a little
Right,
bit.
yeah.
Because I started on this arm, and I just started adding shit everywhere, like building it. Like, and this one, all these tattoos right here, my daughter picked them.
Oh yeah.
I literally go to my daughter because like I don't like wasting tattoos artists' time. Like I know your guys' time is money and shit like that. Like I would never come for a touch up and just get a fucking touch up. Like
Right,
that's
yeah.
wasting fucking money for you. Even though I paid for it, that's
Well,
that's how I look. I know.
Yeah, I
like
get
you
it, I
guys
get
look
it.
at,
I get
but
your
like that's
thought
how I
process.
look at like I look at you guys like just like a business person. Like this is your money. This is how you make money and shit. Like what if I come in here, you need to spend an hour on me touching something up, and that's an hour or some time that you had to turn down for somebody else. That's that's $150 right there you just fucking turned down, and that's something.
You still paying for it,
but like if you get a touch up, it's free, you know. So like fucking like that's
I know.
so like touch ups are free. So like man, like you just lost $150 due to a fucking touch. You like so I always when I come for a touch up, I'll add enough time where I'm like, how long you think you'll touch it up? I'll be like, all right. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna get another tattoo too, and I'll just get like a small tattoo or something something small, so like it pays for you guys busting the ink and all that shit like that.
That's
like
legit, man.
So like
that's solid.
Most of them tattoos, and my daughter, I'll go out like, hey, which one you want me to pick? And all these little tattoos, my daughter had picked. So they're just like little fillings and shit, and I'll just get a whole bunch more, and then I'll just get some small fillings and fill it all in type shit.
That's dope, man. That's legit. That's actually the best kind of tattoos you guys can get, man. Is the ones that mean the most.
Right, exactly.
And honestly, these are the only tattoos really that mean. Like I have actually like most of my tattoos on my body besides my throat, I have literally just went there and got the shit. Besides this one right here because my home state Florida, my favorite team Miami Dolphins and shit. Like this is the only tattoo that I really got that I built. Mm-hmm. Like me and a tattoo artist sat down and like we built this tattoo. So this is a 1-of-1 tattoo. So if somebody wants it, they fucking see my picture and they got it. So this is initially mine and shit. Ford representing that.
That's what's up, man. That's
awesome. But other than that shit, like most of these tattoos, I just walked in. I'm like, man, I flip through a book and shit. Like I go to like tattoo house, like and the dude that was on meth and shit, like real bad. Like I'll say he hit and miss. Like he did this tattoo, it's fucking pretty goddamn decent. He did my daughter's name, it was decent. But this fucking tattoo, he fucked up.
That's the whole one too.
Mm-hmm. But everybody has tattoos like that, man. Getting in tattoos, I don't give a fuck who you are, unless you come from goddamn money and shit like that. But if like you like. Really want a tattoo. A lot of people just get tattooed because it's cool, but like, man, a lot of tattoos mean a lot of fucking things.
Yeah, it's funny because like I see a lot of old school artists, you know, like dudes like me and shit. Like, Coke did this right here, but I consider all the shit that I did. This is all old shit that I did, all real shitty. And it's like you see a lot of tattoo artists that have shitty work, but they do really good quality fucking work. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Because we don't really spend time getting ourselves tattooed. We're just usually just doing the tattooing. And
that's why a lot of people are like, man, you ain't covered in ink. But shit, I'm tattooing people most times. And that shit hurts your motherfucking hands. I know whenever you guys get downtime, you guys want to rest and fucking.
Look, people say about the back. They say your back must hurt. And honestly, I have a bad back, and my back don't hurt. It's my fucking hands. Where I got carpal tunnel in both my hands. And if it wasn't for these rotaries, dude, I'd be fucked right now trying to use those coil machines, you know. So I mean, yeah, dude, it's cool. I love the whole journey of tattooing, man. It's amazing because you get so many cool stories and just people using crazy shit like that. I mean, all that whole fucking hammer and nail type shit, you know. Just
you got any like funny tattoos?
Nah, not really. I was more or less like back in the day, it was more or less like ICP, Juggalo shit.
Yeah, I seen Juggalo.
Yeah, Juggalo shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really huge into them back in the day. You know what I mean? And
I had a little face through them too and shit like that. Like a lot of their underground fucking mixtape shit. Like I got into their music. Like I'm a big music head, man. Like I said, like I wanted to be in a rock band my first. Yeah. So like I have an ear for music. I'm not just stuck on one genre and shit like that. Like my voice is fucking big enough to do multiple shit. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to like sing, rap, do some alternative rock shit. Like I got some money out there. I got some country songs right now that I got like recorded, like country rap songs recorded right now. Shit that I plan on dropping soon and shit like that. Like I got a lot of music recorded right now, ready to drop. So,
I love that shit, man. It's for me with music, dude. Like the kind of music I play, no one really cares for that too much. Even people that say, "Oh, I like metal," and like, well, okay, what metal bands you talking about? Oh, Disturbed and Pantera. Well,
that's like the main people.
Yeah, like but that's your standard metal. Mine goes way as far out of the boundary as possible. It's the most extreme and it's crazy. But
you ever heard of Murder Dolls?
I have, yeah. I go, dude. Like, on one of my covers, I played Blake Shelton's "God's Country" on a fucking acoustic guitar. My stepson likes certain shit, you know what I'm saying, and the other kids too. So I mean, I'm just about I'm more or less a drummer, so to speak. I know beats. I can do. If I had that whole little pad thing where you do the whole fuck, man, I beat making motherfucker. That's all. If that's one thing I know in life, it's music. You know what I mean? So I definitely have a major respect for that, no matter what it is. But But cool. Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys coming out. You guys
appreciate
fucking.
having us, bro.
You guys keep doing your thing, man. I
You
can't
too,
wait to
bro.
support
You
you
too.
guys and see what you guys do. And and we'll have you back too.
Yes,
You
we
know
both
what I'm
gonna
saying?
take off with this shit. Fuck.
Yes, sir. I'm all about collaborating, bro.
How you feel about lip tattoos?
I'm cool with them.
Do they stay at the ink?
Man, look, they do, but sometimes they don't. But the ones that I've told that hey man, they're gonna fade out, blah blah. They stayed. So it's a fucking 50-50. I would almost rather tell you.
Because I've been wanting to get "I'm sad" tattooed on my lip.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, it can happen. It could be, for her too. I mean, whoever. But
I don't know, motherfucker.
You just,
No, I know, man.
I know that bitch.
it's a weird, and even when you're tattooing it, it feels like it's not gonna take.
Right, yeah.
But I have been shocked because the person that came in and got fucked, there's a girl coming and got fucked off on here, and I told her that whole thing, and it never fucking faded. Actually, it was like one little tiny spot. So she proved me wrong. I've been doing it for 25 years.
Fuck yeah.
The ones I've seen them, I've had ones disappear on me, and I've had ones stay. So it's honestly a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
How your body heals, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Yeah.
I just don't want to go through that fucking pain and it fade away. I'd be pissed.
I don't think it's too bad because all the people that's ever done it, like no one's ever cringed or whimpered while they did it. I've had girls and dudes, but I mean mostly girls do it, which is weird, but mostly girls do it. And no one's ever really whimpered or ever shown any. It's just more or less it's very uncomfortable.
Right, yeah.
Because you got to have it dry, you got to have it stretched, and all this other extra shit. But I don't think I would like to say I don't think it's quite as painful as you're maybe thinking because again, I know when people. I can tell even if they curl their hand. I can tell anything on their body. I can see that. I can feel their toes to their shoes curl. I know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I honestly don't think it's quite as painful.
Because I like funny tattoos.
Yeah.
I got cry hair on my shoulder and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can cry hair.
Shit. All right, guys, man. Well, you guys have a good night. I appreciate you guys.
You too, bro. Thanks for having us again, bro.
Woo. Hey, Jay. Hey, tell me again. I got something for them one. Woo. Big Glizzy get paid. Since I've been home, I've been having my way. Well, this shit is easy. I just left the bank. Another deposit, another little thing. Run it up, nigga. Benjamin Frank. I'm trying to get it and double up, run up this money. Make this shit stack like no other. My niggas bust shit like hustlers. Nigga a sucker. She fucking on me, you love her. She eat the dick, I don't touch her. Niggas be busters. I got the sauce like a muscle. Niggas be talking and telling and plotting and snitching and giving confession like Usher. Mama won't word for shit. My family, y'all a bitch.